All right, here we are giving a little bit of a wet your palate.
Oh, yeah.
Talking about what we did on this last segment of Go With Your Palate.
Yeah.
So we like to talk about, wine stuff from occasion to occasion. And we talked actually pretty deeply about some wine stuff. We got into some experimentation we're doing, some different vessels to age in. Had a little bit of fun. You got pretty deep into something that was really stupid. Why don't you talk about that?
I don't really want to talk about it. I don't even know. I just want to know, is love blind?
Is Love Blind? Yeah, that was,
Love is blind.
we could probably delete that whole segment.
I gigged Joe a little pop quiz on Gen Z.
Surprisingly,
Slang.
all of these youngsters are trying to change the English language, but they're not giving us a dictionary.
I don't know. I thought about, there's that trend going around about selling hot dogs. How would you sell
a hot dog? Yeah.
And then we were in the office and we were doing our impressions, and both of us, it was like no one, I think, wanted to buy hot dogs from either of us.
No.
Do you want to give your...
I want you to give yours first, because yours was like creepy. You were like the Green Goblin in Spider-Man.
I will do mine again, but you can't change yours. And I remember what your original was, so don't change it.
My original or
what you did?
Okay.
What your impression was? Okay.
Okay.
Mine was, and be careful with the mic because I kind of my voice test it. Let me get into character. Come get your pocket hot dogs. They're in my pocket, sizzling, all real sizzling. The best ones are in the buns. You know what I'm talking about? My hot dogs. Come on. I got my little ketchup packets. I got my little mustard
That's
packets.
creepy. It's creepy. And if you can't see Chris's face right now, he looks like a fucking demon is possessing him right now.
You look like you want some relish. Okay, that was it. You want to buy a hot dog from me?
No, I definitely wouldn't. I wouldn't even want to make eye contact with you.
Okay, well, let's see yours then, and do it right.
God, I got to get into character. This is not easy, okay? I have the Venus here for you. If you want the hot dog, you get this from me, yeah? You like the sauerkrauts on the hot dog, yeah? Something like that. I don't know.
That was different. Do you see you maybe do the creepy? Well, you had it more creepy. It was very like, you were more like, oh, get your, get him. I don't know.
Anyways, nobody would buy hot dogs from either of us, so guess what? Fortunately, we have other jobs.
We'll probably just cut that. Welcome to
Go With Your Palate! Woo!
Wow, dude. Art heard that in the studio. Yeah.
All right, where we talk about wine stuff, entrepreneurship, and whatever the fuck else. We're going to try to focus a little more this time on wine stuff because the last episode was a lot of fucking everything else. So you got me, Joe Wagner, and Chris Fat Mario Rubio across the way, and we were just trying to educate, enlighten, and show people how they can be their best selves without being concerned about what society thinks of them.
Yes. That's what, yeah. Go with your palate.
Isn't that what entrepreneurship is? That should be the definition of entrepreneurship.
I like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wiki better get that.
Yeah.
Get it right.
God. Okay. Anyways, where do you want to start today, Chris?
Well, we were talking, first of all, have you seen Love is Blind?
No.
Okay, so we were just talking about. I just wanted to finish it because
I know you mentioned something about like a room and people are in a box and they whatever.
So
sounds kind of kinky.
I didn't want to get into it. It was one of those shows where it's like I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it. People had talked about it, and then by accident it was playing, and maybe I just checked a glimpse, and then next thing you know, I'm in. Can't wait till the season finale. But
this is a reality show, though, right?
Yes.
How orchestrated is it?
Good question. It seems that there's also been some lawsuits on this reality show. So orchestrated, it seems like they're living situations. They don't get enough sleep. I think the conditions really, there's a lot of alcohol that's given. These are all stuff that's come up from like people are suing them, but the show's very good.
So tell me the details. Like, are they all really ridiculously good-looking people?
No.
Oh, okay.
No.
All right.
No.
So it's not like your classic dating show.
No, I mean, it's not. I guess
Love Island, isn't that one?
The island one. I know. Is it Love Island?
I don't know, but I know
Temptation Island.
Maybe that's it. I remember seeing that. It's just like a bunch of Instagram models and douchebags.
Yeah, it was all the models and stuff like that. I mean, these aren't execs and models. I mean, there's good-looking people. on it.
Is
But right here,
this-
can you
okay.
can you actually do the newest season art?
that's
If we can
Temptation
bring
Island.
up that would be.
Well, that's
I think
Temptation.
it's season
This is Temptation Island.
You're on Temptation Island. Oh, I thought
Yeah,
you were gonna
okay.
bring
You
up
got
Love
you
is
got
Blind.
6-packs and fake boobs and all. Yeah, okay. That's Temptation Island.
Yeah,
And Love is Blind, as the name suggests.
they're not all blind. No, I get that question a lot for people that don't see it, which I feel like people thought, like, why not? I think we've gotten that point with reality show where it's you just kind of it's
Do the girls all stick together?
no okay okay. Let me break it down for you really quick.
yeah.
Okay, so you have all the girls on one. I'm gonna say like one side. You know who's running it too is Nick Lachey and his wife. They're the hosts.
Oh.
Okay, and
Is
it's
it
all
Jessica
about.
Simpson?
We're gonna see, dude.
No.
Is Nick Lachey's wife Jessica Simpson?
Yeah, I don't know. I thought it was. No, am I wrong?
Dude, they've been broken.
Dude,
There's like
this is a
there's-
good
that was
example
so
of how
many
much
years
I don't
ago,
give
bro.
a
That was
fuck
like,
about
I know
TV
you don't.
and
That's
culture.
so funny. Like
the-
some people
yeah.
just lost their. Yeah, they're not. No, it's not
Okay, they're
Jessica
not. Okay.
Simpson. Yeah, they
All right.
they broke up a
She
long
was-
time ago.
she was
Are
the
you
shoemaker.
okay?
She
you
was
need
the-
some time.
She was
to
the one
let
that made the shoes.
Who made the shoes?
Jessica Simpson.
Dude, why do you did this? You take me on these like. I
Okay,
don't want
go
to
ahead.
explain
Go
to
ahead.
you
Keep
that
going. Okay.
if we have to
So
break
Nick
that down,
Lachey and
unpack
his
that.
current wife started this
Yeah, what
dumb
and-
show.
and it's trying to prove if love is truly blind. Okay.
Okay.
So no one sees anyone yet. So you have a group of girls, you have a group of guys. They have not seen each other. They are they're ready to get married. That's the whole point. They're going to get married at the end of this show. So the goal is to find their soulmate on this show and marry them. They meet in pods where they cannot see each other but only hear. So then they have like dialogue. And they just kind of try to find out about somebody. And we're just going on, emotionally without seeing any visual what they look like. Once he kind of feels it, then he's going to propose to a woman without seeing her. And then at that point, if she says yes, and they're like, okay, we're going to get married, then they see each other and they have this like kind of revealing moment. And then they only get to kind of have a moment and embrace for a bit. And then they're separated again. And then until everyone's kind of found their partner, then the ones that have partnered up get to go on a little honeymoon. So they go on their first trip, and this is like the first time they've hung out and whatever. After like the honeymoon thing, then they go and they move in with each other, and they live with each other for a couple weeks or like a few weeks until they get married.
And the show follows them through this whole process.
Yes. And then you don't know up until the time. That's what the whole finale is they're going to be on the altar, and you're going to see if they really say I do.
Can they bail at any time?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, it happens.
So after they've been like living together for a week, and it's like, I can't live with this person. They're like, yeah, I'm out.
Yeah, you're not. No one's, no one's forced to get like
I
married.
mean, that's
like,
kind of what it sounded like. But
yeah.
okay.
So in the beginning, when I was talking about the conditions, they all like, for example, like if you watch the show when they're in the pods, so they can converse with each other. So the women will like be going on their dates, and then they all are in the same kind of living quarters together.
Okay.
And so then they'll talk about who they talk to and stuff. And then some people will know, and same thing with the guys. And then they'll know that some are dating the same people, if you will, talking the same person. But everyone seems pretty friendly with each other in their groups. There's no real like cattiness on each side. And it's interesting that that's incorporated into it, like this condition of dating. Like you're sleep deprived. Supposedly you only get like 4 hours of sleep. I don't know. And I don't know if all this stuff is true. Again, I'm new. I'm just reading,
What's
I'm
your
doing
point?
what it is. My point is, is love
Love is blind.
is love blind?
Is love blind? No. You're asking me?
Yeah.
No. So, yeah, and if you want a platonic relationship, like, and I know people like this, that they're in it just for companionship, and I get that. That's cool. If that's your thing, then yeah, love can be blind. Like, it doesn't matter. Like, I mean, is love blind for me?
Yeah.
No.
Okay. Can you bring? This was the actually I realized my point. Sorry, I started microdosing.
I'm a dude.
Okay.
Can
you? So there was this situation where this is what I was getting to is these two couples were dating. So there's this guy Jimmy, and there's this girl Chelsea, and there was this other girl. Now I think her name was Sarah It doesn't really matter at this point. But he's between these two girls, right? And he's hopping from different room, and he can't decide, and it's like really hard for him. He's like, you have to watch the show, but he finally decides to land on Chelsea. But Chelsea told him that it came out when they were dating and talking that her friends say that she looks like Megan Fox.
And does she?
She does not look like Megan Fox. And so it's kind of like this funny thing. There she is. Right there. Click that picture. Yeah.
Okay, no. That's wow. Yeah. Okay, so no, I don't think, Chris, let me ask you, is love blind for you?
Is love blind for me?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
Really?
I mean, don't you think it's kind of a perception thing?
I think if somebody is I think that as a guy, I think that your initial instinct is that girl is attractive, right? If you're attracted to women.
Yeah.
That girl's attractive. And so you might pursue a conversation, right?
Yeah.
And if that conversation goes like, she's a total bitch, she could be a 9 on like first reveal, and she could go down to a 5 real quick.
Yeah.
Right? Like, I mean, not just like because she's really rude and arrogant and full of herself or whatever, but like you're like the visual assessment drops when people are like tasteless, right? They're when they're bad, right? So, and I think it's the same on both ends.
Yeah.
But I think that women come from it from a more personal, emotional connection standpoint first, and the aesthetics are the latter part of it, right? So, whereas I think men are more initially on the aesthetics and the sexual part of it than they are on the emotional part. If you don't have both of them, then it's not going to work in either case. That's what I think. But
yeah,
so I do think that is love blind? I mean, I don't like right now. Look at this, like my beard. I look like shit. I haven't cut my beard in a long time, and I'm trying to grow it out. And I'm trying to push Rachel to see what her breaking point is.
Yeah, and it's not breaking. Love is blind.
Well, yeah, it is, because I think that she's like actually, at some point she's gonna be like, you really need to cut that. She'll come up with some excuse. It's like bogus, but like, whatever. It's twisting my hair and whatever. I don't know, whatever she comes up with. It's tickling my neck.
Yeah,
it's really annoying. Yeah, I don't want you to kiss me, and then I'll have to cut it. Like, because that's what girls do. They don't want to be like rude about it. So a good person at least. So yeah. So, but I do think that as time goes on, I mean, I've been in relationships with people who are not that attractive but very nice, and I've been in the opposite as well.
Well, no,
and I got to tell you that they're better if I think you have more stability, and they're better with a slightly lower attractive level and much better person level in the long run.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. So I mean, I think that's what I'm talking about. When I say love is blind, speaking in your situation right now, right? You walk out this door, you get hit with a fireball in the face. It could happen.
Yeah.
Burns off your whole face. I believe that there would still be love in your relationship.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so that's where the blind part. I think sometimes then another question that gets brought up is, do you believe in love at first sight? No pun intended.
No.
And yes. I mean, I agree.
Okay. Yes. You agree. Okay.
So that's what I mean when I'm thinking love is blind. Once you're in it.
Once you're in love.
Yeah.
Okay, I get it.
Now,
once you're in love, but this is not once you're in love.
Can you bring up the love is blind? Okay. Yes. And that's Jimmy.
But this is proving that a platonic relationship is all you need to be happy, and that's not real. Like we weren't put on this earth to have platonic relationships. We were actually put on this earth to each other and make babies.
Wait. They do that.
What, they each other?
Yeah, they get out of the pot once he proposes.
No, I get that, but do you think that our Neanderthal selves, like, we're like, oh, let's make sure that we are compatible emotionally and we like each other and how we treat each other? It's like no, it's like no, you're like,
Yeah.
You're a girl and you're ovulating and you're going to get attacked by something like a caveman and you're going to get pregnant
Yeah.
and continue the future human race, right?
Oh. Yeah.
I hate to say it, but it's
But,
kind
I
of
mean,
just a very
This is
crude.
caveman, crude era.
Yeah, it's kind of the same thing now. We've just kind of sugarcoated everything to make it look like a
Is that-
society. And that we're, socially
that-
accepted. It's all bullshit. We also have the same primal urges.
Well, yes, the primal
I'm
urges.
not just talking about sex. I'm also talking about, like, you think about what is the reason for being? What's our purpose here in the world? What are we going to be as a human society in 100 years when AI is doing everything for us and we're just a bunch of slobs sitting back, eating, drinking, being entertained by whatever computers and technology we've created to entertain us? Like, what's going to happen then? And then do you look at it like, well, we were put here on this earth to I'm a believer that we're going to have communes come back. Like, they're already out there, right? But they were like hippie communes.
Yeah.
We're going to have communes that are going to be like, I want real people to do real work with, to establish a community that's self-sustained, and like, it's going to be a bunch of Republicans. That's the funny thing. You're not going to get these blue-haired out there. Like, they're, like the guys and girls that like dye their hair like blue. Like, it's a statement. Like, I'm.
Oh, it's as a statement.
Yeah, you haven't seen those people.
I mean, I've seen
you
the
can
blue
see
hair,
it
but
you can see it from a mile away. You're just like, you obviously.
Well, yeah, they got
you have your
blue hair.
priorities way wrong. I'm not even going to try to guess your pronouns.
But if you
So-
did, wait.
Zeezer.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wait. Okay. I just want. Art, will you just please? I just wanted to finish this. Can you just bring up?
Fine, you're cutting me off on my tangent. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
No,
What's your
I'm done.
tangent?
I'm done.
No, you don't. Right there. It's the third picture right there. What's her name? Sorry. I'm sorry. It was Jess. Her name was Jess. That was the other one.
Okay, and so what do you think? Would you go on a show like this?
I think.
You think Jess is the clear aesthetic winner?
Well, I think she was closer to looking like Megan Fox, which was funny, than the other one. But also, I think that if you watch the show, it's just kind of interesting to see his reaction of attraction to her
Versus Chelsea.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, see, you can't change guys. Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
It's unfortunate, but
Are you glad that I brought this up?
yeah, I'm really good. We just wasted 20 minutes. Okay, so yeah, Love is Blind. So if Rachel, got hit by a fireball in the face tomorrow.
Exactly.
Yeah. There's like prosthetics and shit. I mean, I'm kidding.
Wow. You're gonna get in trouble with that one.
She's not going to be very happy about it. No, but no, I do agree. Like, if she got in a car accident and like major disfiguration or whatever else, I mean, we're married. I would definitely, like, whatever I would have to do, I would do, and we'd make it work.
Yeah.
That's what you do.
Yeah. No, I know. That's why I knew that was what you were gonna say.
But the initial attraction
glad you
is
did.
the important part. The initial attraction, right?
Yeah.
The initial attraction is like,
Well, that's what you were saying. I think that's what you were saying. Is this is love is something that is. It just doesn't. There is no love at love at first sight.
no, it
thing.
never starts with love. Like that's something you.
So
just,
once
like,
you
feel
get to
like-
that certain point and you've built that love and you've cultivated it with somebody and then you have that and you have that soul connection, then it is blind in the sense of physical or whatever happens to us.
Yeah,
Or whatever challenges life brings, you're just in it.
you're in it and you're dedicated. You're committed.
Yeah.
So this, I'm gonna bring this back to wine. Okay.
yeah, thank you.
You've got the Belle Gloss
Thanks
package.
for helping me.
Okay,
Oh my
you got
gosh.
the Belle Gloss package.
Yeah.
Everybody's like, why do you put all this wax on here? He's like, I don't know.
Yeah.
Why the fuck do you wear an $80 Gucci T-shirt, you bag? Because number one, you're hoping to get some girl at the club being like, oh my God, he's wearing a Gucci T-shirt.
Yeah.
And like for this, I'm trying to signify the wax on the exterior is showing our commitment to quality on the interior. Now, you don't know that we're committed to quality on the interior, but you're taking a bet because of what we did on the exterior
Yeah.
that we didn't skimp on the interior,
Yes.
right? And that's really hard when you correlate that to women and men, because people can face really well, right? Like do themselves up, whatever else. They can have a black soul, just be a total piece of shit and ruin your life, right? So same thing with wine, though. Like we could put the cheapest Pinot Noir in this bottle that we could possibly make. And some people would probably still like it, but I guarantee you the brand would not be where it is today if that were the case. So we hopefully draw people in with the hope and understanding that what's on the inside of this is reflective of what they see on the outside. And then hopefully they see that and they like it, and then they develop an everlasting love for the full package, right?
Mm-hmm.
So in a way, wine is kind of like a relationship. You have the exterior and the interior. Mind, body, soul, and it all needs to hit. Otherwise, the relationship won't last. And the brand will not be relevant.
And I must say that Belle Glos is...
Thank you for coming to my TED Talk.
Belle Glos is beautiful on the inside and out.
Oh, man.
Wow, that's
All right.
where we went.
Okay.
So that's an interesting experiment, right? I mean, the Love Is Blind show. We're doing that. I think that's really where we're just kind of going with reality shows. It's like, what kind of live experiments can we do? This is a way that we can create entertainment, make money, and then also do experiments.
You're talking about reality shows in general?
Yes.
Like that's what it's about?
Yeah.
Like the social experiment while it's also...
Yeah. I mean, that's kind
You know what I'd like to
and
see?
exploitation.
I'd actually like to see some like younger people like actually have to do physical labor in a reality show. Like, have you seen these like meltdowns online? These like videos? Have you seen these like working a 9 to 5 in like some easy position? And it's like, I just don't know how it's like, do you not understand like what people actually do in the real world of work? Like,
yeah, so
12-hour days are like nothing.
why aren't you doing, I don't know, can I say it? I mean, they wanted you to do a reality show.
I would not subject myself to that.
I wanted you to do it for me.
No, that's horrible.
A horrible
I
thought
idea.
we could, but they did.
Because you know what they're going to do.
His show was approached, and they wanted him
and
to run
they're going to they're going to make you do shit you don't want to do because they're going to convince you that it's for the ratings and blah, 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 and then you want to get a payout and whatever else. And it's like, the money doesn't matter, and I sure as fuck don't want the fame.
Yeah.
I already don't like that we're on TikTok because people come up to me and they're like, you're that guy from TikTok. I'm like, actually, I'm a winemaker. I've been doing TikTok for 2 years and winemaking for over 20.
I'm glad that you did that. And now we're talking about experiments and TikTok. I think that we should talk about the experiments that you've been doing and how well they've been doing on TikTok.
Which ones?
Wine barrel experiments.
Oh, you want to actually get into some wine talk?
I was trying, dude. I was trying to get into.
Oh, you want me to,
trying to do a nice little segue. Wait, are you
on
on the phone right now?
No. Just
Okay.
it's all good. Hello?
You called me?
I did not call you, but how are you?
Good. It said that I have a missed FaceTime call.
Oh, I think I FaceTimed you. That was earlier this morning when I was trying to get you to come down for breakfast.
Oh, okay.
Okay. I'll be home soon, okay?
Okay.
All right, love you.
Love you.
Bye.
Aw.
That's just so cute.
Did she say she had a missed FaceTime from you?
Yeah. I FaceTimed her this morning. Because it was like time to go and like, where you at? She was downstairs already. So
Yeah.
anyway, so okay, back to you're finally getting into wine talk now. Okay.
Yeah. Have you waited? She has a blog?
She wants to. She really wants to be an influencer.
She really does, but can you
Yeah.
tell me, like, because obviously we're not allowed her to actually have a blog right now.
No.
Because you're young for that. But
She's
I thought it was
10.
really cute what you were doing, because like she has her little blog, she does her little videos.
Oh
right?
yeah,
And
she's
then-
got her whole setup, the influencer setup,
Yeah.
like the little light and
Yeah.
like little stand for her phone, and she takes all these videos and she
Yeah.
does her makeup tutorials and
Yeah.
whatever. Like she's like really into it, and she's like, so she's learned a little bit how to edit.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, in a way, it's kind of like, yeah, she may not actually do anything like this, but like this is all shit. Technology is going. I think it's such a disservice to your kids if you're not getting them to utilize and understand these technologies. And maybe they're going to be obsolete in 10 years when AI is doing everything for us, or I don't know. But just to be able to be up to speed on what it is right now.
Yeah.
Because I'm so far behind the line right now. Like, my ability to navigate technology is, I like call racial.
Yeah.
So I have this problem with my phone or Art. Art's my second resort because Art, honestly, I think Rachel's as good as you when it comes to like troubleshooting stuff. She's like, did you unplug it? I'm like, no, okay, yeah, now it works.
I was curious what you think, like when she's at school, and they're just like, oh, so what do you want to be when you grow up? She's like, I want to be an influencer just like my dad.
Oh, no, but you never know. Like, it's funny because you don't know what kids are going to want to do, right? Like,
Yeah.
she could change it 10 times by the time she's an adult.
Yeah.
Then you got, like, on the other hand, by the time she was 14, she knew she wanted to go into the Marines and wanted to be a sniper.
Yeah.
And she's enlisted in the Marines.
Yeah.
So you're like, and I thought that was going to be a phase, right? I was like, okay, she's like this, like, empowered woman, like, really gung-ho about this. And I'm like, she's shot a lot and whatever. We do that a lot. But, like, I was just surprised that, like, that carried through to the point where it's like 18 years old, boom, went and signed up. So they're going to own her ass for 4 years starting in June.
Wow.
It's all good. I think she'll do well.
Yeah. She will do well.
Right now. She's been working her ass off.
She's a badass, though, dude.
Yeah. Yeah, it's funny. Like, I swear, like, when they hit, so she just turned 18, right? When they hit 18, it's like there's something that it's all of a sudden, there's a gravity that hits them. It's like, oh, I am an adult.
Yeah.
like, and like, everything just
changes.
changes. Like, oh, shit, okay, like, I'm no longer a child. Like, I don't know what it was, but, like, the twins both just, it was pretty interesting.
Or when you start making decisions that no one's actually going to physically or has no power to stop you, in a sense, right?
Yeah, but then also you are now accountable for yourself.
Exactly. Yeah.
And
then you might kind of start thinking why maybe your parents were trying to.
Yeah. And that, I think that's a good buoy. Like, once you realize, like,
yeah.
oh wait, no, okay, I'm actually 18.
Yeah.
Cool, I can smoke, I can join the military, and I am now accountable for all my own actions.
Can't drink though.
It's not fucking bullshit. I swear, it is bullshit.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyways, we were talking about experiments.
Yes, you're doing wine experiments, and you talk about your experiments freely. And there's a couple things I noticed. I was taking a walk through the barrel room, like I do, just hanging around there, climbing around barrels and stuff.
Like you do, yeah, just like a monkey.
Yeah. I noticed a couple cool things that you're doing, and not trying to blow. I know you're experimenting around, but one of the things I did notice was some stainless steel barrels going on. So I was wondering if we could talk about a couple of things that you're doing there.
Yeah, so the stainless steel, which Art, I don't know if you guys can see this, but Art's got it pulled up. We did a little TikTok on this, which is kind of like just, straightforward about what it is. But a guy who has, he actually had a stainless steel medical device company, and he sold that company, but he continued to work in the stainless steel space, and he saw an opportunity in the wine and spirits world. And so he created this thing called modern cooperage. And modern cooperage is a stainless steel barrel, or what I'd call a drum, but he's trying to emulate all the impact of a barrel, both from a micro-oxygenation standpoint to a utilization of oak in the barrel. And he's created all these racks inside to be able to put oak in there if you want to go heavy new oak, light oak, whatever, and you can do all these different profiles. And then he really was very thoughtful about this. So, like, all right, now I want to be able to turn the lees, like get the lees in suspension. So created an apparatus where you can actually spin this entire thing on the interior of the barrel while it's filled with wine, stir the lees up, and agitate. So you think of like agitation, even without stirring the lees, if you have agitation, you're going to get more out of the barrel. So it's just something that we don't do on a regular basis because stirring your barrel more than like once a month is a pretty daunting task when you're dealing with all these barrels, right? Mm-hmm. So he was really able to create something pretty cool, which I wish I could tell you how these are going to turn out. We just started this experiment. So the goal is to see if it either adds a benefit to the wine or a component of the blend of a wine, or if it actually does, in fact, emulate a barrel. Now, it's never going to be exactly the same. I could buy two of the exact same barrels, same cooperage, same forest, same toast level, same everything. And there's going to be some differences between those two with the same wine in it.
Yeah.
I've seen this like over and over again. So there's not like an exact science. Like we all think when you put like that everything is just totally stable, right? Like we all think that. I got a good one for you. Cottage cheese. I love cottage cheese, right?
Ew.
No, you don't like it?
Ugh.
You know Nudeson's, the brand?
Yeah.
With it's got the pink.
Are they known
like
for cottage cheese?
Yeah, the Nudeson's
Then no.
2% cottage cheese. Okay.
Ugh.
So
Stop it.
everybody assumes that that's going to be the same cottage cheese every time, the same texture, same flavor, everything. It changes throughout the year. Like I can tell it changes because you're whatever it is that is whatever bacteria it is that's going on, it changes in the process, right? So
Yeah.
it's not like it's the same package, same parameters and qualifications and everything, same nutrition facts, all that. But it does change because you're dealing with a natural product. So I'm curious to see how consistent these are.
Mm-hmm.
Unlike barrels, because barrels are a purely natural product. Now, you're going to have some variations in the wood that you put in this, right? But you're not going to have variations in the amount of oxygen that may be coming through because you're going to be a much more controlled space. It's coming through the top of that modern cooperage barrel. So you're going to be limiting the potential variability. That's my hypothesis. Now, I'll have to let you know how it works out. Now, the oak profiles may not be what I like. Maybe we'll try something different, but there's a lot of experimentation. The beauty of these things is they're reusable. Barrels are reusable too, but not you don't get the new oak character every time you use it, right?
Yeah.
So you can use them indefinitely, I suppose, if they're maintained well. But you're going to get to a point where you're getting zero impact from that barrel, and that's only like a year or two out, in my opinion. So with these, the goal is that you do your, when you're aging, whatever it is, you can pull that wine out, pull that oak out, restock it with new oak, and you're set to go. And you have a new barrel. And these things cost about 2.5 times as much as a brand new barrel, but with indefinite potential use. So we only have, I think, 12 of them right now. We're going to toss a few in the distillery, 4 of them, I think, and then we're going to take 8 of them in the winery. And that's what we're doing right now, 8 of them in the winery, and see where they go.
Sweet. I mean, they're cool. I mean, I hadn't seen something like that. And now, do you know if there's other people also using these right now?
I don't know the other people that are. I mean, like if I ask John, the owner, like they're, you don't usually share names.
Yeah,
You
that's
know
right.
What I mean? But so when I bring people through the winery and they see these, or anything that is stainless, it's like, what are those for? Now, when we have stainless drums, like your traditional stainless drums, those are breakdown tanks, is how I look at it. So, like, if we have let's say we created a blend of Pinot Noir, and it's 1,000 gallons, and we finish that blend, we're ready to bottle, but we had to blend that wine in a 2,000-gallon tank. And then we said, all right, well, we've got an 850-gallon tank, so we're going to top that up because you want to keep your wines topped up. And then we need to account for 150 gallons to go to be in a topped-up vessel so we don't oxidize. So then we're going to say, all right, well, we can do 3 50-gallon drums or whatever. Let's say we're a little bit even more than that. So you do 3 50-gallon drums or just a vessel you can top up, and then you go down to kegs and then pony kegs, and then even down to smaller vessels than that. So you have this kind of breakdown once you get to a point where you don't want oxygen involved in the aging process. So that's typically what they're used for. These are very different. These are actually intended to be mimicking a barrel.
Yeah.
So we will see.
That's cool. And do you do, and you've also done stuff with, for some reason, it made me think also about like concrete vats.
We've done them. I don't see a big benefit to those. That was like a big fad in like the 2010 era.
Yeah.
A lot of people were doing, their white wines. So the thing is like if you wanted to do an unoaked Chardonnay or a really bright, crisp Sauvignon Blanc, prior to that era, you were just using stainless steel typically, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so you do your fermentation, and then you'd typically be almost ready for bottling. So these concrete tanks came out, with kind of the idea, the marketing idea is what I'd say, that you're getting some interaction with oxygen, and that's true, but like not really all that much through the wall. It was more like, you know, what's in the pores on the interior.
Yeah.
And so it really just came down to kind of, you know, a marketing element. The egg shape.
Yeah, I saw. Yeah,
I don't even want to get into that. It's just,
but there was some marketing thing about the egg shape too.
Yeah, that it's like
didn't it help with
it was something about the perfect,
These-
the symmetrical, the symmetry of an egg allows for like the perfect, you know, movement of liquid inside of that vessel, and so you're
Yeah.
going to be helping create more viscosity through lees staying in suspension, and I mean,
yeah, that
some
was
of the shit that I've heard of in this industry is like there's marketing and products that make wine.
Oh, there they are.
You know, like
Art just brought them
and
up
you know
there
what?
too. But
They look really cool.
well, that was the thing too. But that
You know what I don't like about these
huh?
is that if they're true like concrete eggs, you cannot fully clean them. You can fully clean a stainless steel tank.
Oh,
You still have like bacteria and shit in there. So like if you don't want to go through ML fermentation and you've got ML bacteria that has been in that tank, like that wine in there potentially will go through ML.
are you saying that will the bacteria get in the pores?
Yeah, exactly.
And then, yeah. This push for them, like, was that like the same time they were like when the egg barbecue came out? Maybe that was some.
Actually, I think
marketing-
that came out shortly after. I mean, like I started seeing like concrete eggs be more commonplace in like
Yeah.
the mid like 2005, but then they became super popular within a few years of that. But then like you got to think, you go to these expos and people are selling the new products that they're creating for wine, and they have a whole storyline with it. Now you have people going back to the terracotta vessels, right? Like what was used in old like Roman times. And I mean, I've never made wine in them. I can't tell you that they make a better quality red wine, but I'm pretty sure that technology continued to help us make better wine. And now we're just going back to these old ways of making wine as more of a marketing tactic.
Yeah.
Amphora. So I'm not going to judge somebody who uses these. I'm just going to say, like, I don't know that they're going to be a better vessel to make wine in. They're going to be a better story to tell.
So if I had an idea to do concrete barrels, should I not do that?
You know what I would love
Like,
to see?
No? Yeah?
Square barrels.
Square?
Square. There was a Japanese company
Barrels.
making square barrels. They went out of business very fast, so it's probably pretty hard.
So you just told me that this would be something to pursue, but someone already did it and went out of business really
If
fast.
somebody could make a square barrel that actually held liquid and did not leak, I think that
okay.
might have been. So I never found out why this company went out of business.
Ooh. Now, okay.
No,
But-
but I'm talking like a real, like that's a stainless barrel, right?
It looks like with staves in it.
Yeah. So I'm talking like a
Stainless
full
steel.
on.
We're just trying to look up a square barrel. This is actually interesting. Why?
Okay, so to
Tell us
me,
why.
this is so there are some positives and negatives to it.
Yeah.
Positive to it is space, right? You can stack them on top of each other, no racks,
Okay.
right? And the amount of cubic feet you have in a barrel versus a cylindrical barrel versus a square barrel,
Okay.
you're going to have a lot more for the footprint in a square barrel than you will in a cylindrical barrel. You have a lot of dead space, right, in
Okay.
a cylindrical barrel. So I would love to see, like, what is that? Is that a square? That's more like a square wood tank.
Art,
But see how they have like the edges on that thing? If
If
that
you're-
is true, that is. What? Go down to the bottom of that, Art. Are there any valves or ports? No.
if you're
It
just
does look like there's liquid seeping out through the sides. Anyway, so that's the positive. Those are the positives of it, right? Just really space
Okay.
saving. Negatives are depending on where you're pulling the wine out of, right? So you have a belly to a barrel. Is they're curved,
yeah.
right? And so you flip that barrel over, and everything just goes down to the lowest point. And if that bunghole is facing down, everything will just drop out of there.
Yeah.
A
that
square
usually- that
barrel, you
happens.
might have like cleaning and stuff. I think that's going to be a negative unless you were able to design it where you're creating a lowest point that will actually drain out. So when you go to clean that barrel and keep it for the next fill, then it would work.
Yeah.
So there
Okay.
you
So
go.
Art
Like,
just
look at
brought up a square. It looks like a square barrel here, but it's also
So-
a framing of a stainless, or I don't know if that's stainless steel, metal.
Yeah, what's
but,
interesting is they went vertical. I have not seen these. Rebarrique. Retoastable oak barrels. Okay, so basically, if I'm getting this right, that frame is what you're buying, and then you buy all of the staves to reline the interior of the frame.
Got it.
So,
And
but that doesn't look all that stackable. Like, the space efficiency doesn't seem to be all that great on that. Anyways,
interesting. Well, you just touched on something, and you talked about space. So I actually, when I was walking by there too, I saw some pretty big barrels that I wasn't used to seeing. Some giant barrels that you have. These look like new additions, and I hadn't seen them there before though too.
So the big ones are those are 650 liters. We started working. I mean, I've worked with like what were called puncheons in the past, that are like 500 liters, and played with those, and they're interesting. I mean, we tried to ferment reds in them because you're dealing with all the skins and seeds and all that. But they didn't seem to they weren't clean. I don't think they offered like all that much impact. But we started playing with these barrels more recently that we call like a cigar or torpedo shape.
Yeah.
And so they're like, imagine kind of the same diameter as like a normal barrel, but much wider or much longer, I guess. So they hold more volume, and so you adjust the ratio of surface area of toasted oak to gallons of liquid, right? And so the bigger it is, the smaller the ratio, meaning the more or less impact it has. So a smaller barrel will have more impact of the barrel on the amount of liquid inside. A bigger barrel is going to have less impact.
Got it.
So this was like a kind of trick that we saw being used in Sancerre. And Sancerre is known for making, some really beautiful
cat pee
whites. Cat pee whites, yes.
Yes.
Never forget that. And and so I thought, okay, we thought let's give them a shot. And so we're barrel fermenting our Fumé Blanc or our Sauvignon Blanc in these, and then aging it for a period of time. And so we don't want like a huge oak thumbprint on it. So tried these barrels out. They've worked out phenomenally well.
How many? So just for if you're just listening, because I'm saying these big barrels, do you know how many standard size barrels?
It's about 4.5.
4.5. Okay.
Yeah. And then the big barrels, the really large ones, which I don't think we have a video of, that would be because our barrels our regular barrels are small. We're about 53 gallons.
53 gallons. Okay.
A typical barrel is about 59. So
okay.
Just a little bit smaller, but that's just it's more for an efficiency piece of things and a little more impact.
What you just mentioned, and then you're looking for
like
more
a
impact
slight
on
adjustment,
okay.
but like not a big adjustment, but a slight adjustment was beneficial for us.
Yeah.
And so the big barrels. So here's what I'm thinking. So we did some Chardonnay in the 600 liter barrels, and some Cabernet. And so my assumption is that we also put that same wine in regular size barrels, right? My assumption is that like that Cabernet will probably be resting in there for 4 years or more, because if you also think about how big the vessel is and how much liquid is in there, it's not only going to take longer to extract and take on the characters of that oak, but it's also going to be taking on less micro-oxygenation overall. So the amount of oxygen that's going to be introduced through the pores of the wood into the wine will be a much slower process. So my estimation is that it's going to be the wine will stay fresh for a very long time in barrel while it's aging and developing. So I'm really curious to see how it goes. I mean, we did like 2 of them with Cab.
Oh, okay.
And 2 of them with Chardonnay.
Oh, okay.
And so I'm just curious to see, like, are we going to have a Chardonnay that's been in barrel for 3 years and tasting amazing and not oxidized at all? And like, we'll see. Or it could just be garbage.
And did you mention on the stainless steel barrels or what we were looking at prior to this, what wine that you were doing in those?
Oh no, that's a big mix. We're trialing.
You're trialing like
Cab,
all varietals.
Pinot, Chard, Sauv Blanc. We're running the gamut.
All right, cool.
It's like instead of doing everything all one varietal, it's like make everything an experiment.
Nice.
So we can learn in 1 year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like it. And we've already touched on it, and I had it before, but we touched on the translucent head.
Yes,
You like that?
I do. The Skinwalker job.
Barrels.
Translucent head barrels.
That's what I put it. Joe was cracking because I put that in the notes.
The head of the barrel is made out of a glass or plexiglass,
Yeah.
so you can see through it. And the way that we use these is that we'll mix them into different lots of barrels that are aging, right? So we can look at it and say, like, all right, well, these 50 barrels came from this vineyard, and so they're all more or less equal, right? Where we know that they're all going to have throwing off kind of a similar amount of solids. And so if we put this head in here that we can see through it, and you can see the lees accumulation on the bottom in that picture right there. I don't know if anybody's watching, you can see it. But without being able to see it, we're just taking a guess at, are the lees compacted? Or you smell the wine, you're like, is it getting a little bit, reduced and funky, and then it's time to stir or whatever. But you don't want to go to that. You don't want to get to that level before you stir. So this just tells us, okay, that wine looks clean. All the lees, majority of the lees have settled out. Now, before it starts to get stinky, and we want to maximize what those lees have to offer as far as mouthfeel and character, flavor, aromatics, that sort of thing, let's go ahead and stir them up. And so that just tells us, okay, we're ready to stir all of these barrels from this pick.
Yeah.
And so we intermix these throughout, and it's I think it's kind of a fun thing to see. But that is the winemaking reason for it, and then they're just really cool to look at.
No, I was gonna say we've done some really big events recently, having people come through and in some of these events, and you'll set up stations.
Yeah,
and people and this is one of the stations where people can actually see that.
We had them barrel stirring.
Mm-hmm.
I actually didn't get to see because that was over at the other side of the winery with the groups coming through, so I didn't get to see them, but. They enjoyed that?
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Okay.
It just complements what you're talking about.
Hey, Art, great screen grab right there.
I know. And this screen grab, can we just
I look
zoom
like
in?
I look I mean, I'm going to look I look like a young gay Santa Claus. That's how I describe my look right there.
It's
the rosy cheeks,
every day.
isn't it?
Yeah.
Every day.
I think it is. I don't know.
The way you're
Every day. And I pride myself on that look, okay? I'm getting more and more like that.
I feel like you could take that, and then you could also probably put in some photoshopping, and it would look pretty compromising position you're in. See where your hands at? See your look on your face? Just, all right. I don't know. That might just happen.
You guys are going to make a shirt out of this now.
He's a good sport. All right, dude. You want to have some fun actually, because
I'm ready to have some fun. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm tired of talking about wine.
Who wants to talk about that? Sorry, all the cork dorks. You can sign off now. We gave you what you wanted, or actually stay on and let us enlighten you. So we've talked about a lot that you're actually deeply being a millennial. Because we've agreed that you're technically a millennial.
Yes.
Hanging on, but there is a difference.
Hanging on. I'm almost out of millennial.
That's what I'm
on the
saying.
top end.
You're just hanging on to it.
Yeah, I'm a year younger than the oldest millennial.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you know what it was like to have a world without internet.
I do.
Yeah. And when phones had cords.
Yeah.
So
that's true.
And so, but you're also very connected to Gen Z. You have 6 kids, and I think it's kept you hip and cool. So. People have done this, and I thought it would be fun. It'd
kept me hip and cool. Thanks.
Well, we're gonna see, because I have some slang, some Gen Z slang, and this has been done before. People have been put to the test, so I think you should be doing quite well with these. And I was gonna throw some. I marked yours. I know can't see through that.
Mine are all blocked out.
Okay, you're all blocked out,
okay.
and we have not. I just want to say we're big on just keeping it real here. So he does not know. And we did not go through these words, but he's gonna.
This should be fun.
I'm gonna throw them out to you.
Okay.
And then you're just gonna.
My definition.
I'm just hoping that I pronounce them all correctly, and I don't have Gen Z people getting all over me. But hey, I'm just doing my best. All right. All right. Words or phrases, and you tell me what you think they mean.
Okay.
Okay. First one. It's giving.
Like it's making me feel a certain way.
I'm going to give you an example. Her outfit is giving 2012.
Then reminds me of something?
Yeah, I mean, you kind of got it. It was like compare someone or something.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, he got that? Is he good? Do we have a
Why
ding?
are you asking
Thank
them?
you. Okay. For that, I gotta know that you get it right. All right. Okay. You got it. Okay. We got that for you. This is points. I'm actually giving you points.
Yeah, give me points.
I didn't know
All
you
right.
knew that. Okay. You like points, right?
I do like points.
Okay. He got that one, y'all. All right. Okay.
I feel like you don't know what some of these mean.
I don't. Okay. This is one way I do to pronounce it right. Yacht.
I have heard this one, and I
Yacht.
think it has something to do with a butt, like the
Yacht.
size of a girl's butt, or like curve. She's curvy. Is that a yes or no?
The light changed, but there wasn't a ding because you kind of got. So yeah, so it's actually like an acronym
Okay.
in a sense where girl, your ass is thick.
What up?
So
I
yeah,
fucking
yeah,
nailed that.
So where was the beep? So,
Yacht.
But I really had to search. I had to go through a lot of
So
TikTok
they're actually like people are
videos
actually saying
like how to
like
pronounce it.
man,
You know, it's like
she's,
yacht, but yacht.
She's yatty.
Yacht.
Is that it?
Yeah.
Girl, what was it? Girl, your ass thick. Is that what you said? That's what it means.
Well, I have here, girl, your ass thick. But I think it's also
That's
like,
not even-
girl, your ass thick.
That's not even how you would say it.
Yeah.
Anyways, go to the next
Yeah,
one.
but that's what it means.
Girl,
Wait,
your
you're telling
ass,
me, how would you think it? How would you say it?
I would say, you have a big butt.
Okay, boomer. Actually, this is great. We're going to test you on this next one. Okay, I'll give you a point. Jesus.
Thank you.
All right. But this is a perfect one for the next one, okay? This kind of sounds like one of your old nicknames. Chuggy.
Cringy. Is it?
I'm gonna get. I think I'm gonna give that to you. Someone or something that is out of date, unfashionable, or trying too hard.
Yeah, I think that's.
Yeah, but
okay.
I think we got him on that.
I want to tell you that
You got-
I didn't know that. I've just heard it used, and I'm like,
Really?
I'm pretty sure that just took the place of cringy.
Okay. When you heard it used, was it towards you or
No.
was it towards someone else?
It was towards somebody or something else.
Yeah. Do you
chuggy.
do you hear it like? Have you heard any of your kids say that? Like around the house? Have you
No,
heard
I think it was.
chuggy
I
around
think it
the
was
house?
one of their friends.
It remind me of like chewy.
I think that's such a dumb word.
Chuggy.
Chuggy.
Yeah.
Like,
But
what
I was talking to some Gen Zers recently, and I almost kind of think, because this is how this happens in this world, I think that one's almost kind of old now, out.
oh wow!
So I don't even know what the
Before
new.
I even got to really know what it means.
I know sometimes before you even get to use them, we're
the type of people who get married at 20 years old or have millennial girl boss energy. What the fuck? Who's writing these definitions? All right, what's the next one?
I know. Look it up. Okay, I'm giving that. You're doing well. You're
Did you
doing
give me a
good.
point?
I did give you a
Good,
point. I
good.
did. Situationship.
Not a relationship, but you're f***ing.
Yeah, I mean that's what I took it. A relationship that isn't quite full on.
Yeah, so I know what a situationship is.
But there should be like a time limit on that.
If it goes past cuffing season, it's no longer a situationship, bruh.
Wow. Even throw down the bruh. Dude, you're trying to get some bonus points? Dude, okay. All right. Dude, you're doing a lot better than I thought you would. But let's crank these out. Riz. I know you know this one.
You got game.
Yep.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. That's what we call it in our day.
Yeah. Swag.
Yeah.
I mean, we called it that before, but that's probably being chuggy right now too. Okay. Dude, you're 5 out of 5. Here's one. Touch grass.
Ooh. I got a guess on this one. Be grounded? Like to ground yourself? Like bring yourself back to center? Am I close?
Yes, but what I kind of want to, I'm going to help you a little bit, okay? Because I think you're almost there. But if you're gonna get grounded, what would you be doing? Well,
I guess like taking a step back, reevaluating things. I don't think any of the kids know those words.
think of it.
Reevaluating.
Actually, think of it. What it actually is. What's the actual word? Touch grass.
To kneel down.
Okay. Well, I don't know. Okay, people who kneel down. Okay, you know what? It was gonna get weird. I had to stop. Okay, people who seem to spend too much time online and could benefit from going outside. So,
Oh my god!
from what I understand,
step away from
and
the
you said
digital
ground,
world.
so I was thinking about like getting grounded, and people talk about like the PMF.
Yeah, no, I got
Vats
that. I
and,
got
like,
that.
stuff
I got
like
that
that.
one.
So
I got that one wrong.
I don't know. I'm sorry. I think you got a ding there, but you were close.
So if you're
Okay.
just like a screen time fanatic, now they just say touch grass.
Yeah, and I think that actually it really came from gamers too. They would kind of say that like online.
God damn.
You know, if you're gaming too, like
Okay.
go touch grass. Oh, okay. I like this one actually. So left no crumbs.
I don't know this one, but there's no trail.
No.
No?
Mm-mm.
Oh man, I'm going too literal on this. Okay,
So
I don't know.
executed it extremely well. And it sometimes can be like
Okay, I got
with
it. Yeah.
like fashion stuff, like, oh man, like she left no crumbs. I got that. Or
Okay, I've never heard that one.
yeah. Okay, we're almost out. There's a lot to go through, okay? So based.
The opposite of woke.
Well founded or correct. Just gonna leave that.
That's a win right there.
If you know, you know. I'm gonna leave. Do you want me to give you a point for that?
Yeah, fuck yeah.
Oh, this one. Okay, you need to know this one because I use it a lot, and I can actually do a better good example for this if you want one. Bussin',
Bussid?
bussin',
Oh, bussin'.
bussin'. Bussin. Bussin'.
Like that shit's rocking. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Ding, ding, ding.
All right.
Extremely good.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's bussin'. Zooted.
Ooh, I know I've heard this. Fuck. Oh, man.
See, some of these I also don't want to give you an example because I feel like it'd give it away too
No,
much.
I know. I think it would. Yeah, so you get zooted. Is that getting high?
Yeah, I'll give it to you. Extremely intoxicated.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. All right, we're almost home free. I think you're doing pretty good. You've only missed 2 so far.
Wow.
Okay,
Fucking zooted on this.
out of like 20. So, here's a good one. Okay. Oh, this is okay. So this is like a 2-parter, and if you get this, I'm gonna give you bonus points.
Okay.
Okay. So if you get this right, and you can really kind of explain it well, I'm gonna give you 2 points. Slaps and smacks. So
What's
something.
the difference?
So sometimes someone can say, "Oh, that slaps," and sometimes people will say that smacks when talking about stuff.
Okay,
I'm being,
I think that all I know is that both of those mean the same thing, which is like, that's amazing.
good. That's the first point. Now, if I say, what's the difference to that blank slaps and that blank smacks?
I actually, no, I'm going to guess. I'll just say, one is backhanded and one is front-handed.
One's a front slap. One's a backhand.
There's a difference between those two?
I like it. Okay, so slaps is usually for like songs. You know that music, like that slaps.
Okay.
And smacks is usually reference to food.
Food.
That smacks. From what I understand from the cool kids. If I'm
Okay,
wrong,
yeah, I see it there.
not me,
Yeah.
but you can look it up
I don't
there.
know. I don't know how I missed
Yeah.
that because that was totally
High quality,
obvious.
yeah. Not to say that they can't be interchangeable, but
Because slapping and
Unless-
smacking don't mean the same thing when it refers to what your mom did when you said a bad word. Okay.
according to you, it involved your mom slapping you and then coming back and then backhanding
Smacking
you.
She
Yeah,
slapped me
Yeah,
and then smacked
that's
me.
when you knew.
Yeah.
Yeah, you better not do that again. It was like the double time. All right, dude. Are you good? Are you hanging in there? We got
I'm
like
good.
5 left.
Okay.
All right, you ready?
Let's go into overtime here. Let's go fast.
Okay.
See it.
Out of pocket.
Off the cuff.
Crazy too far.
Oh.
Yep. Okay. Let them cook.
Ooh, man. I think this is like let him get his job done.
Yeah, I'm going to give that to you. Give one space to proceed uninterrupted in hopes to have an entertaining or agreeable result.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, like let them do
yeah.
their thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you got that. Oh, I know. Oh, actually, okay. Simp.
Chris, review.
You fucking piece of shit. Oh my god. We got it.
Where's my point? Give me the point.
Someone who does way too much for the person they have a crush on. Wow. Okay.
Who's your crush right now?
Okay.
Who's your crush?
What?
No?
I don't know.
Okay, whatever.
Okay. Finna.
You did not give me a point. Finna, give me the point. Finna is like, I'm trying to do something.
Yes, I'll give you another point for that one.
I'm finna make my bro not a
Yep.
simp.
There you go.
Yeah.
Dude, you're yeah. Why did I even do this? Okay. Here we go. 2 last ones. Take several seats.
Wow. Okay. Take several seats.
Take several seats, which is actually what I'm saying to you right now. Take several seats, bro.
I'm gonna guess
Yeah.
that my attitude is so forward that I need to just chill in a big space without anybody around.
Yeah, that sounds good for
yeah.
you. Yeah. Someone really getting on your nerves, you tell them. Take several seats, bruh.
Well, that really, so someone is doing too much or trying too hard and just need to sit down somewhere and be quiet because they sound stupid.
Yeah, Joe Wagner. Okay. And guap.
Guap?
I know.
Wait, is that an acronym?
No.
GWAP?
GAUP.
GAUP.
Yes.
Gulp.
Oh, yeah, corrected me.
Gulp.
Is
GAUP.
it guap? Guap.
Gulp?
Gulp?
Job. Final guess.
Yeah, I'll give you a point for that. Money and lots of it. And last one, again, forgive me because these last 2 were hard, but small, SMOL. Small?
Small. It's fire. Really good. Hot. No.
Okay.
I was thinking smoldering. I was thinking that maybe these kids are starting to
I
pick up on like not Latin roots, but whatever you want to call it, like English roots.
I thought you would get this one because it's a compliment. I thought you got something that is small and most cases exceptionally adorable. No?
So, like you're like, oh my god, the puppy is so small.
Yeah.
You're like, yeah,
Exactly.
He's a puppy. He's small. Man.
Okay, that's it. You did it. Let me just rack it up. I think you only missed 3.
Wow.
Really? Yeah.
See, it pays to
What
have
is
children
that?
young.
Wow. That was actually really good. I think you did better than I would have done. I was even reading it, and you did better than I did.
Until next time,
Yeah.
thank you for joining us on Go With Your Palate.
The more you know. I don't know what I
The
was
more you know, the more you
remember
save.
that? The more you know. Okay. You know what? Peace.
Peace.